On an all-new Shaman King, when a bold warrior is unable to join the fight,
Amidamaru is not ready for battle.
a brave shaman must stand alone.
Yo is unable to achieve spirit form. He's defenseless.
Attack Yo now! Don't miss an all-new Shaman King next week.
I do love to watch a good fight.
Fate has put power into the wrong hands.
The world as we know it is coming to an end.
Yo, you have to stop him.
Soon we'll be united, and the King of Spirits will be mine.
It's a mesmerizing all-new Shaman King. Coming up next.
Next time on the Mew Mews, there's some mysterious superhero battling to protect people from monsters in the shadows of the night. But this superhero might not be so super after all. Turns out she might be working for the Cineclons. Or she might just be your average international pop star with special powers who gets a kick out of fighting monsters in her spare time. Or she might be both, an evil international pop sensation bent on world destruction. Anyway, see you next week on an all-new Mew Mew Power. Next time on the Mew Mews. Goodbye, Algebra. Hello, summer vacation. 2 whole months of swimming, sunning, and hunting down evil psychotic weirdos bent on destroying the planet. Sounds like a real blast. That's why I'm planning a day trip with Mark. You know, somewhere really special where there's peace, quiet, and a complete lack of alien life forms. Well, it was a nice idea anyway. See you next week on an all-new Mew Mew Power.
My diabolical potion is ready.
What's happening? It's like Berdine has taken over the whole city. Party's over, Berdine.
Try this.
It's an all-new Bratz next week, only on 4Kids TV.
Calling all girls. Be on the lookout for a tall, dark, and rockin' hottie.
The Bratz girls are crushing on the same guy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's Miss Not Worth Our Friendship doing out with my boyfriend? My boyfriend.
Don't miss an all-new Bratz next week, only on 4Kids TV.
The first day of school at Althea, but the new girl Layla is in trouble.
Now you'll feel a shadow. It will be the last thing you ever feel.
Will her first day be her last? Find out on the Winx Club next week.
Maybe they're just messing with us.
It's a dead end for the Winx girls.
And there's a cliff behind us. It's been nice knowing you guys.
The witches will finally win. Or will they? Find out on an all-new Winx Club next week.
They're done for, and we've got front row seats.
So we get zapped to this weirdo dimension controlled by an evil warlord who commands psycho zombies who want to bash our shells in. And oh yeah, I get eaten by a giant cockroach. You gotta watch an all-new Ninja Turtles next week.
How come all the weird stuff always happens to us? It just doesn't seem fair.
On a new Ninja Turtles. Check it out. We were watching these winged flying guys fighting it out in the sky, and I'm like, this is so cool. So I think, what could possibly be better than this? Why, 4 winged flying Ninja Turtles, of course. It's an all-new Ninja Turtles. Next.
Dinosaurs, the fiercest predator of all time. Their fury knows no bounds. Their rampage cannot be stopped.
Achoo! Saved by a sneeze. Now, that's embarrassing.
Catch the Ninja Turtles, all new next week.
The Turtles attempt a daring break into the Foot headquarters. But their ambush goes awry when Shredder catches them green-handed.
How about we get the shell out of here?
I think not.
Is the phrase worst case scenario running through anyone else's mind?
Don't miss the Ninja Turtles, all new next week.
On a new Sonic X. They're Meta-X.
Yeah.
I bet their boss stole the planet egg and turned this place into a water world. I knew there was something fishy going on. Get help!
Look behind you!
It's an all-new Sonic X. Later this morning.
On a new Sonic X.
The Chaos Emerald's in the center of that ice palace.
There they are. We're ready for them.
Let's go!
How will we ever defeat them all when there are so many of them?
Good question.
It's an all-new Sonic X next week.
On a new Sonic X. Valentine's Day is over for everyone else, but not for Amy.
I'll catch Sonic in a trap and his heart will burn with love.
Love is fleeing on an all-new Sonic X next week.
Well, do we have a future together?
On the next Sonic X.
Well, hello there.
I wonder what this thing is for.
Remember, Chris, ghosts love it if they see you're scared, so stay calm. What's happening, Amy? All of a sudden, we were attacked by ghosts.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Whoa, what is that?
Maybe there is such a thing as ghosts after all.
Sonic X, next week.
On the next piece of One Piece. Is the battle over for Luffy and Arlong?
The whole building's going down.
Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece and find out next week.
How will Luffy reach the top of this mountain? A ski lift? Wrong! He has to climb! Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece, later this morning.
What do you call a national meeting of doctors? A snooze fest? Wrong! An ambush!
Dr. H!
Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece. Coming up next.
What would Dr. K do if Chopper joined the crew?
Congratulate him?
Wrong! She'd clobber him! Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece next week.
G.I. Joe Sigma 6, Duke, Team Leader. Snake Eyes, Ninja Commando, Heavy Duty, Artillery Master. And we need you, too. Report for duty to G.I. Joe Sigma 6, all new, later this morning. Joe Sigma 6, an elite special forces team, the world's only defense against Cobra, a villainous organization determined to rule the world. Report for duty to Sigma 6, later this morning on 4Kids TV.
Top secret. Eyes only.
Around the world, devastating attacks have been staged by a global criminal organization. Cobra, led by the maniacal Cobra Commander, they seek world domination. Mission objective: neutralize Cobra by all means necessary. Failure is not an option. Mission operatives: G.I. Joe Sigma 6, Duke, Team Leader, Snake Eyes, Ninja Commando, Heavy Duty, Artillery Master, Scarlet, Counterintelligence, Tunnel Rat, Infiltration Expert, and we need you, too. Report for duty to G.I. Joe Sigma 6, all new, coming up next.
He's back, and we're badder than ever, with all new bats, new fighters, and a new Mantis robot.
Well, Sigma 6 has got a few new tricks, too, with our new Panther Quad, Van, and Dragon Hawk Copter. Don't miss the thrilling season premiere of G.I. Joe Sigma 6, today at 11:30 Eastern.
What did I do this summer? Well, I went to Param and scanned Rothar for my deck. Oh yeah, I blazed a trail with Frapto. And interest showed me the overworld can be a real jungle. Summer was hot, but it'll get hotter when Chaotic premieres on 4Kids TV September 30th.
One of these characters from Chaotic will never be seen again.
This can't be happening! It can't!
You won't want to miss an all-new Chaotic at its new time, today at 10:30.
A crisis of power.
The underworld only needs one ruler.
On the cusp of civil war. I agree. And it all comes down to Kaz.
Huh?
Nothing can brace you for what comes next.
Kaor!
On an all-new Chaotic. Coming up next.
Finally, it can be told.
Girls are smarter, stronger, and better than boys.
You think girls are better than guys? Let's find out. You versus me, male versus female, today.
Which are better, boys or girls? The answer on an all-new Chaotic. Next week.
Helix 2 comes out today. The most highly anticipated vid game ever.
We take the games, you take the heat!
Step away from the games, player hater! Jump ahead to an all-new Ninja Turtles Fast Forward next week. Cody! I'm the one who got dumped on his shell. How about Mikey? Michelangelo demonstrates how to eat popcorn while we show scenes from the next Ninja Turtles Fast Forward. Brilliant! Jump ahead to an all-new Ninja Turtles Fast Forward next week. Leonardo shows us how not to eat popcorn. Oh, Leo.
You signaled, Chief?
No, I signaled.
What's all this then?
Oops. Jump ahead to an all-new Ninja Turtles Fast Forward next week. We should probably go save him now, huh?
Will Raph ever learn? Hologram. Hologram.
Hologram? You're stinking!
An all-new Ninja Turtles Fast Forward next...
Every day is a party when you...
Viva Pinata! Get ready, the Pinata Party is coming!
To 4Kids TV. Viva Pinata! Coming up next. Many pinatas were beaten in the filming of this promo.
On the next all-new Viva Pinata, Holly and Fergie find the perfect hiding spot.
What a dump!
A dump in the middle of nowhere? You know what this means?
We probably can't get a pizza delivered?
You gotta catch an all-new Viva Pinata. Up next, on an all-new Viva Pinata, someone snatched the taffy treasure, and it's getting sticky.
Maybe it was both of you.
No, it wasn't!
Holy Franklin!
Fergie! Oh, that's me.
An all-new Viva Pinata, next week on 4Kids TV.
On an all-new Viva Pinata, meet Bionic Fergie.
Run away from me!
Code Red! Code Red! The creature, Fergie's coming! Fire!
Hold your horses, gentlemen. I love that joke.
An all-new Viva Pinata, next week on 4Kids TV.
I still have one more card out. The card that took the last bit of Yugi's courage to play. And now it's time to find out what it is! It's the grand finale of the match of the millennium on 1 full hour of Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, starting at 11 on the next Yu-Gi-Oh! The gang is about to save Kaiba, but is it worth the price?
Yugi, so long. I'm done for.
Don't say that! You can't miss 1 full hour of Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, starting at 11.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
The match of the millennium. Yugi versus Pegasus.
I can see everything in your mind.
You can't miss this legendary duel on 1 full hour of Yu-Gi-Oh! Today, starting at 11.
You're still a novice compared to me.
I won't lose. I can't lose. Yugi faces the new national champion.
Now let's get down to business. Kids gloves are off. You've met your match, Yugi.
You can't miss 1 full hour of Yu-Gi-Oh! Next week, starting at 11.
Oh, I can't tell if she's just stuck on herself or totally nuts.
I will eat you alive.
According to this map, we're at some kind of ancient graveyard.
Watch out!
Get in the game on an all-new Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. Next week, only on 4Kids TV.
That's Red Eye's Black Dragon!
Joey falls prey to a force of evil.
Joey!
Get in the game on an all-new Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. Next week, only on 4Kids TV.
On the next all-new Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters, Yugi faces the indestructible 7-armed Fiend. The first of a 2-part epic battle on an all-new Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. Next week. On an all-new Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters, 5 dragons, thought to be defeated, rise as one. Can they be stopped? Turn up the heat with an all-new Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. Next week.
We'll be right back with more One Piece, only on 4Kids TV.
The Amazonian Blade Bots. The latest in remote-guided mech technology. Karai?
A whole lot of Karai.
You've gotta watch an all-new Ninja Turtles coming up next. The next piece of One Piece. Before Zolo was a master, he was a disaster.
You have studied the way of two swords?
This is my first time even holding one!
What was it that turned him into a hero? Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece and find out next week.
Superhero might not be so super after all. Turns out she might be working for the Cineclons. Or she might just be your average international pop star with special powers who gets a kick out of fighting monsters in her spare time. Or she might be both. An evil international pop sensation bent on world destruction. Anyway, see you next week on Mew Mew Power.
It's the in-your-face space chase. Alien Racers is back. It's a summer bummer for Chaser when he finally rounds up his pirates, only to get caught up by a mystery man.
What are you doing here?
An all-new episode of One Piece is coming up next.
We're counting down the final 7 episodes of Shaman King. And the shocking end of the series will blow your mind. An all-new episode later this morning at 11 Eastern, here on 4Kids TV.
You're watching the best of the Ninja Turtles! Hell yeah!
You're watching the Ninja Turtles. Next, set sail for One Piece. Then, let your spirit soar with Shaman King, right here on 4Kids TV.
Best of the Ninja Turtles. Some monsters are not as tough as they look.
Oh, we'll never get out alive!
Look, if there's gonna be any hysterics around here, I'll have them!
Don't miss the best of the Ninja Turtles next week.
You're watching One Piece. Next, get spirited away by Shaman King. Then, it's the show that's in the know, The Menu. Right here on 4Kids TV.
And now, back to One Piece. It's a summer bummer for the Straw Hat crew, when getting close to the Grand Line means getting even closer to disaster.
We've got to make a clean entrance through that gate or else we're history!
An all-new episode of One Piece is coming up next week. Don't go away. Shaman King will be right back, only on 4Kids TV. One Piece is really cooking now that Sanji's on board.
Sanji!
One Piece, all new next week. And now, back to more Shaman King. Coming up next on The Menu. R&B sensation Natalie drops by to perform her latest hit with Baby Back. And she sticks around to co-host. All that and more up next on The Menu. And now, back to more Shaman King.
You're watching Shaman King. Next, stay in the loop with the latest scoop on The Menu, only on 4Kids TV. On the next Sonic X. Eggman's on the loose. My scheme worked like a charm. And Sonic is thrown into the face of danger.
We'll get those emeralds back.
Prepare to fire Eggman cannon. I want them knocked out of the sky.
Catch Sonic X next week.
The night of the Miss Magic competition, stars come out to shine.
Let's see what happens this year in our exciting talent contest.
Don't miss the Winx Club, coming up next, only on 4Kids TV.
On the next, all-new Sonic X. In his quest to build a dark empire,
Those hostages need our help!
Eggman will stop at nothing.
I'll finish them with one blast.
Oh, yeah?
Catch an all-new Sonic X next week.
Where could she have gone?
I found a great way to boost your powers.
I'm feeling so much negative energy in here.
Will her screams be answered? Check out the Winx Club next.
Check it out. We were watching these winged flying guys fighting it out in the sky, and I'm like, cool! What could possibly be better than this? Why, 4 winged flying Ninja Turtles, of course! It's the Ninja Turtles! Later this morning.
They're meta eggs.
Yeah.
I bet their boss stole the planet egg and turned this place into a water world. I knew there was something fishy going on.
Look behind you!
It's an all-new Sonic X coming up next.
How will Luffy reach the top of this mountain? A ski lift? Wrong! He has to climb! Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece. later this morning. G.I. Joe, Sigma 6, an elite special forces team, the world's only defense against Cobra, a villainous organization determined to rule the world. Report for duty to Sigma 6, coming up next on 4Kids TV. How will Luffy reach the top of this mountain? A ski lift? Wrong! He has to climb! Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece, later this morning.
My brother Donatello is an engineering genius, a graceful athlete, and a most polite Ninja Turtle. Please accept my apology.
For what?
For this. Now! It's an all-new Ninja Turtles. Next!
G.I. Joe Sigma 6, Duke, Team Leader. Snake Eyes, Ninja Commando. Heavy Duty, Artillery Master. And we need you, too. Report for duty to G.I. Joe Sigma 6. All new, later this morning.
How will Luffy reach the top of this mountain? A ski lift? Wrong! He has to climb! Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece, coming up next.
They're Metarex. Yeah. I bet their boss stole the planet egg and turned this place into a water world. I knew there was something fishy going on.
It's an all-new Sonic X next week.
An ill-fated journey to a dangerous new land.
That board game! We've entered the world of Capsule Monsters!
Don't miss the season premiere of Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters. Up next, only on 4Kids TV.
The Dreadnoughts are on the move, and Duke is in a race to stop them. But will somebody stop Duke first? Don't miss the season premiere of G.I. Joe Sigma 6, later this morning.
I still have one more card out. The card that took the last bit of Yugi's courage to play. And now it's time to find out what it is! It's the grand finale of the match of the millennium on 1 full hour of Yu-Gi-Oh! Coming up next.
Will Raph ever learn? Hologram. 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 You stick it! An all-new Ninja Turtles Fast Forward next week.
On the next Yu-Gi-Oh! When a vicious duel is fought to a standstill, Kaiba and Joey call in the dragons. White lightning attack! Don't miss 1 full hour of Yu-Gi-Oh! Back-to-back, up next.
Chaotic. How can Tom battle an enemy he can't keep his eyes on? How you gonna fight me if you can't see me? And will Kaz's scan quest end in disaster? Get all the answers on Chaotic. All new episode today at 11:30.
Girls are smarter, stronger, and better than boys.
You think girls are better than guys? Let's find out today. Which are better, boys or girls? The answer on an all-new Chaotic. Next week. Will Raph ever learn? Hologram. 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 You stick it! An all-new Ninja Turtles Fast Forward next week.
On the next epic Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's time to duel!
As you wish!
Can Yugi take out the regional champion?
Power up your laser cannon! Attack!
Don't miss this thrilling Yu-Gi-Oh! Today at 11.
How do you make a crocodile cry?
You seem a little
Sad.
glum down in the mouth.
I'm fine. You dropped your anvil.
The laughs never end on Viva Pinata. Coming up next.
Where is this place? Come aboard an all-new episode of One Piece and find out. Coming up next.
The Amazonian Blade Bots. The latest in remote-guided mech technology. Karai?
A whole lot of Karai.
You've gotta watch an all-new Ninja Turtles later this morning.
The Amazonian Blade Bots. The latest in remote-guided mech technology. Karai?
A whole lot of Karai.
You've gotta watch an all-new Ninja Turtles coming up next.
On an all-new Shaman King. A secret portal connects the shaman to an incredible force. But will they power up?
This feeling is totally awesome.
Or zone out?
Oh no.
Don't miss an all-new Shaman King later this morning.
It's a summer bummer for Chaser when he finally rounds up his pirates, only to get caught up by a mystery man.
What are you doing here?
An all-new episode of One Piece is coming up later this morning.
Everything that has rotted throughout all time, rise up now and join the army of decay. Rise up from the deep and destroy everything in your path.
The witches prepare for their final assault on Althea. Don't miss the Winx Club next week.
On an all-new Shaman King,
It is time!
the X-Law's final assault on Zeke begins. But he's ready to rumble.
I get to finish what I started, the total annihilation of these pathetic X-Laws.
Don't miss the next episode. Coming up next, on the next Sonic X. Eggman's on the loose, and Sonic is thrown into the face of danger.
We'll get those emeralds back.
Prepare to fire Eggman Cannon. Catch Sonic X next week.